When it comes to animation, it should be respected as a medium, not a genre, because it can be handled as many genres just as well as a live action can. There have been many animated films and television shows that contain scientific fiction, western, dramas, fairy tales, history, action-packed, adventure, musicals, and of course, comedy. For the latter, animation can be used for making people laugh, if done right. Just like the early pioneers of comic slapstick and the comedians of today, they know how much time it takes and skill to use in order to display their comic genius. A good example of this would be, of course, the Looney Tunes, where their brand of comedy has been entertaining millions of people, young and old, for generations. However, a new character from one of the newer shows has been working off every single day to make it to the top as one of the newer cartoon stars of comedy. She can be funny, bright, and full of a lot of corny jokes. Introducing the funny, the fabulous Luan Loud.
If you vote for Dairyland, you'll have 2% more fun.
At the age of being 14 years old, Luan Loud is the fourth oldest child of the Loud family and the second youngest of Lincoln's 5 older sisters. Her habits include telling bad jokes, which are funny sometimes, puns, pulling pranks, party clowning, and video productions. She was named after one of Chris Savino's 5 sisters. She is a freshman in Royal Woods High School. She has her own birthday business called Funny Business Inc., complete with a hotline and business cards. In Ellis for Love, her love interest is a boy named Benny, who likes Luan herself, is a comedian and likes jokes, who she also shared her first kiss with him in Stage Plight and had their first date in A Pimple Plan. She has a great taste for everything that is related to comedy gold, which will include comedy movies and TV series, clowns, pranks, stand-up comedy, and funny internet videos, which I prefer cat videos. Her most common pranking methods are dodging people in the face with pies and placing whoopee cushions on others' seats. She is also sometimes seen with her ventriloquist dummy, Mr. Coconuts, who debuted in Changing the Baby, who is pretty funny too and awkward in times. He reminds me a bit of Slappy from Goosebumps, and not to be funny about it, Mr. Coconuts from Total Drama Island. She is typically one of the kinder siblings who utterly loses control when it comes to pranks, particularly on April Fool's Day. When April Fool's Day comes, Luan becomes ruthless and crazier than ever to the point of being downright evil and psychotic. And that is where some people can say she's boring and annoying at times, and her jokes were not even funny. Most don't like an April Fool's episode with Luan because she becomes sadistic and crazy ass as the Joker. I know, I get it. She's not that great, but she's still an okay character. She fits perfectly with her own personalities and traits in this show. Go figure. Everyone is always saying that Luna is the best, and Luna is one who cares about Lincoln. But for some reason, you can see Luan is an overrated character when clearly she's not. There's a lot of characters from other shows who are just like Luan, funny, talented, and always trying to lighten in the mood. I'm sure Luan learned her lesson from pranking and only does it here and there. Oh, and as for Benny, he's one of those characters I think I would have be friends with. And Stage Plight and Pimple Plan was a great episode. But still, Luna and Sam are also overrated to the point it's too embarrassing to watch and wasn't even really surprising. But I'll save that for a newer episode review. Okay, let me just elaborate on what I said about Luan. I mean, her jokes do tend to make more cringeworthy than they do funny, and wisely. They do have a tendency to play up her puns as annoyances as far as her siblings are concerned. This much is true, but you have to at least give her credit for her optimistic and trying to find humor in anything that happens, even though sometimes she can crack jokes at an inappropriate moments. But guess what? That's her character. She's trying to lighten a situation and make people happy. Yes, she goes crazy on April Fools, but other than that, all she tries to do is make people happy. At least give her credit for that. Yes, her jokes annoy her siblings, but at least it's out of her wanting to make her family more happy. Like Headphones Anxiety, her binding with my favorite character, Lucy Loud. Her bond with Lucy is so sweet. It's amazing if a bundle of sunshine like Luan was able to get a little black rain cloud like Lucy to open up to her. And you know, something I never said before, and I'm saying it anyways, Luan and everybody else has their good sides that make them endearing and likable characters. But then they also have their bad sides, which can make them far more polarizing. Such in Luan's case. What's not to love about her good side? She's cheerful, optimistic, quirky, eccentric, and just wants to spread joy and happiness to the world through the power of laughter. Even though a lot of her jokes are more cringeworthy than they are funny. Her bad side, however, makes her absolutely batshit crazy to the point that she's particularly a horror film villain. Though, has anyone else even noticed that Luan is the only sister whose eyelashes are primarily curved instead of being straight? Yeah, I started to know that when I watched some episodes over and over as I waited for new ones to come. I love this girl. She's like Larry Houdini from Don't Look Under the Bed, Robin Williams, a bit of Harley Quinn, and Jim Carrey, if he was a female. From the people of Nickelodeon, they say, Luan Loud loves to make people laugh. From whoopee cushions to squirting flowers to her ventriloquist dummy, Mr. Coconuts. Luan is always ready for a perfect prank. One thing's for sure, nothing can get this Loud down. Amen is what I can say to that. Luan Loud is always a good character to have around for a good laugh every once in a while, and we're grateful to have a smile on our faces. Laughter is the medicine, and with that being said, laughter will always keep us happy and flying. I guess we'll never land. Get it? That was a good one, you have to admit.